today we got a brand new update in Vehicle Legends, and as you guys can see, we got 2 new McLaren cars. And other than that, we also got a few features like added a drive button to the dealership UI, added an unknown vehicle sort option in the dealership. So that's going to be pretty much it for the update. Let's go ahead and check it out. There's also this Robux car. As you guys can see, we got a McLaren Artura GT4 for 400 Robux. I don't really care about these McLarens, to be honest, if I'm fully being transparent. Let's go ahead and get the free McLaren. I mean, all of these McLarens are pretty much in driving empire, so if I do wanted to drive the Artura, I could just go there. But all right, the first McLaren we got is the McLaren P1 2015, 1.8 million, top speed 237 miles per hour, acceleration 1.67 seconds, braking 84%, handling 72%. All right, so this is how it looks like when the car is open. We also got these very nice rims, as you guys can see. The interior is very detailed as well. Let's go ahead and purchase it for 1.8 million. Perfect. So now right here you guys can see the McLaren Artura GT4, 400 Robux, top speed 237 miles per hour, acceleration 1.92 seconds, braking 71%, handling 70%. This is basically the car, nothing too special. Basically a Artura, but like a track edition basically, or to be more specific, GT4 edition for 400 Robux. I don't really care. All right, other than that, let's go ahead and spawn in the McLaren that we just got right here. McLaren P1. All right, this is how it looks like, pretty much how it used to be in the game, but except this time it's licensed. So yeah, let's go ahead and customize this right now. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and customize the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to paint. Alright, what paint do I want this McLaren to be? So for McLaren P1 especially, I would say probably like an orange color. Orange colors look pretty nice. It's almost like the 570S. There's a lot of 570S in orange, so maybe we could go with that. Or also like this gray or white color. So I don't really know what to go with. I'm probably gonna go ahead and go with like a blue P1. I feel like that's kind of rare. That's really a nice color, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. Rims, I'm probably gonna go ahead and go with white. And then the interior you can't really change, but you could also go ahead and change the caliper color. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this maybe blue. Yeah, just like that. And now nitrous, go ahead and make this blue, so now it's all matching. We could go ahead and make the length of the nitrous a lot bigger. Same thing with the size. All right, just like that, we have fully maxed it out. There isn't anything else to do to this car other than maybe like limo tent or something if you really need that. So other than that, I feel like we're pretty much good with the car. Let's go ahead and test it in a few races to see how it is. So the wing looks pretty good. Interior, it's all right, I guess, but the outside, it's also good. I really like these basic white rims. I feel like if I were to change it to something else, I feel like it wouldn't look too good, but these basic McLaren P1 rims, they look pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with this spec for now. Now the first race we got is the drag race. We're gonna go ahead and see what time we could get in this race. I'm expecting this car to do pretty good, not too bad, but let's see right now. Alright, so we're off 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Alright, 6.8. Alright, I mean, I could have done a lot better, but now we're gonna go ahead and do the highway race to test out the top speed of this car. In the dealership, it was like 237, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully we could do better than that, because 247 for a $1.8 million car, I don't really know if that's really worth it, but we're gonna go ahead and see right now. And also one thing, I couldn't change the interior for some reason, so it's just the basic black, but it would have been pretty cool if I could change the interior. I feel like in driving empire for the P1 McLaren, I feel like you can change it, but I guess in this game you can't really change the interior, but it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and test it right here. So top speed test right now. All right, let's go ahead and go. So 250, 260. Okay, we reached 260, so I guess that's the max it could go, and we got 30.93. all right, the next race we got is the around the map race. I quickly want to go ahead and see what time we could get in this race. You know, usually when there's licensed cars, I always test it in a few races, so this will just be like that. Let's go ahead and see what time the P1 can get. We are starting to get a lot more McLarens. So right now I think we have 6 McLarens, I'm pretty sure, if there was 4 in the game, and then we just got 2 today. Well, 3 of them you actually have to pay for, so that kind of sucks, but for the rest of them you don't actually have to pay real money like Robux. But it's kind of weird that now they got more licensed cars. They are bringing out like cars that you have to pay for with like actual like Robux and stuff like that. Kind of weird. I feel like driving empire doesn't really do that. I mean, once in a while they might throw a game pass, but like it's not like every update or something like that. Like I feel like the last few updates it was game passes, and we got 66.23. all right, now we're gonna go ahead and see how this car will handle in the desert race, and we're also gonna go ahead and see what time it could get. But back to what I was saying, I feel like now there's a lot of cars that come into the game which are licensed, but you have to pay for them. So kind of weird, because not a lot of people have Robux, and they probably won't ever be able to like drive those cars cars, so kind of weird, bro. I don't know. I feel like they should just stick to the basic where you just have to pay with like in-game money, but I guess whatever makes the game profit, they're gonna go ahead and do that, but I personally don't like that. All right, we got 27.18. All right, guys, now we're gonna go ahead and do the Block Zero circuit race because I quickly want to go ahead and test this out before I do the circuit race, just to make sure that this car is good for this race in case you guys wanted to do it, or just in general, let's go ahead and test this because I don't know, some cars aren't good for this type of race because this is all like route map, so we got like different types of terrain and stuff like that. So you guys could see right now we are in the mountains, different types of turns and stuff like that. Sometimes a lot of cars get stuck in this area right here, but this one seems to be pretty fine because I also have this car like to the lowest suspension, which is like ground scraper, and this is doing pretty good. So I guess this car is pretty good for this race. I mean, it's taking the turns very quickly, as you guys can see, and the turn radius is, I would say, pretty okay. It's not that bad as long as you brake and then turn. See, like you saw that one, that was pretty quick. Same thing with that one. Let's go ahead and turn this. Oh no, don't crash, don't crash. Okay, that was kind of a mistake on my end, but let's go ahead and finish the rest of this. I'll go ahead and see you guys in a second. Alright, just like that, 74.33. Alright guys, the next race we got is the beach dash. Let's go ahead and see how we do right here. And I also think this car matches pretty well with this like map and basically just this race in general, because this nice blue color kind of goes well with like the beach in the background. I mean, the water is like kind of a different color, but it's fine. Alright, we have finished in 16.26. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the circuit race. I know the handling of this car was around 70%. I think it was 71 to be exact, so I don't know how it's going to handle in this race. Hopefully pretty good, but we're gonna go ahead and see how it is right now. So far it's doing pretty good. And also another thing that I really like about this car is like the braking, and this might be due to the handling too, but like usually other cars in this game, they do really bad in the circuit race because of the stats of the car. But this car, for example, it doesn't really do that. The handling is pretty good, not too bad. The braking is also very good, so this might be one of the best track cars. I'm not too sure, but McLaren especially, I feel like they're pretty good at the track. So go ahead and get yourself a P1 if you guys want to do the circuit race. It's also a licensed car and it's also pretty fun to drive, and yeah, go ahead and buy this. I feel like you might enjoy it. So yeah, let me go ahead and quickly finish this race. Alright, just like that, 68.18. I feel like we could have gotten like 64 with this car, but it's fine. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the update. We got two new McLarens. One of them you actually have to pay Robux with, so that one is around 400 Robux. You guys could go ahead and buy that. And alongside of that, we got like two other McLarens that you have to pay for, which is like Game Pass cars. The first Game Pass car is the VIP Pass, the 570S, and then there's also the McLaren P1 GTR Pass, which is around 2,000 Robux or something. And now we got the Artura, which is 400 Robux. So there's three McLarens that you have to pay for, but the rest it's free. So go ahead and buy the McLarens if you guys want to. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think of this update. But that's going to be pretty much it for this video. I'm out.